day 16 of the Slim by Nature Detox. If you're on the 26-day detox plan, you're over halfway. How exciting is that? Have you seen, like, the end of the tunnel, what it is that you're wanting to achieve? I'm not going to say goal, because tomorrow I'm talking about why goal setting is not on. It doesn't work for us females. But today, what I want to talk about is why consistency is not the key. We as females, we're not built for anything consistently, right? There are times in our cycle, and when I talk about cycle, it doesn't matter if you've gone through menopause or if you've had a hysterectomy. You're still going through this cycle of, with your hormones. First of all, I'll let you know, okay, so when a man's born, like, just imagine this, they're born and their hormones are like this, they hit puberty, and that's how they live their puberty and their adult lives, and then they die. With women, they're born, they hit puberty, and the hormones are going like this the whole time. Even when they're going through, perimenopause, and when they do go through menopause, it still happens. Not at that erratic sort of way, but they still have fluctuations, and there's a whole combination of different hormones that are going on throughout their cycle. So when we're focusing on something consistently, we're going against our natural grain, because there are some times in our cycle that we can focus really clearly and we're just onto it, baby. We know what we're doing. And then there are other times when we're really fuzzy and we just can't focus. We've got no motivation. There are other times when you just want to kill people, and every single little thing annoys you so much and you just want people to go away. And then there's other times when you're feeling very social. It's all a part of our cycle. So when we do something consistently, we're going through all these other emotions as well. Like, for example, there are times in our cycle when we're really onto it. We know what we want, and it's a time when most women will join gyms and really get out there and all that sort of stuff. Imagine if you're joining a gym when all you want to do is just sit back and chill out and go into your nothing box. Remember the video from a few days ago, how men have that nothing box? They can go to it, they go to it every single day, but women don't. They're constantly on the go and their brains are constantly on the go, but they do get that reprieve during their cycle. And imagine joining a gym, like going against your grain, having to do that and feeling like you have to. It brings all these other emotions that you don't even want to deal with. And then there's frustration, and then the anger comes in because nothing seems to be in sync, and you're feeling all over the place as well. So when we do things consistently, that's when we start feeling all muddled. Did you know that women can unconsciously, achieve more than men when they're doing things unconsciously? So when we're in our nothing box, when it is our cycle, when we're actually bleeding and we're, wanting to chill out, that's when we can think of all these things that it is. We're very inward focused, and we can really focus on what it is that we want to achieve. We're not going to do it right now, but the following week, when we've got that spring in our step and we're ready to do stuff, we can achieve so much in just a short time. We don't need to work that hard the entire month, because we can achieve so much just during that time. And when we're in sync and we're in the flow, then things just seem to work out. Whereas when you're going against your flow and you're doing things that your unconscious mind is saying, no, I don't really feel like doing that, but you're pushing yourself so hard, that's when we tend to get sick. Have you noticed how sometimes you're so overworked, you're not listening to your intuition, you're not taking that step back and relaxing or anything like that. You're working so hard, and your body unconsciously is saying, hey, you're not listening here. You need to chill out. You can't do this much work consistently. So I'm going to make you sick and make you have a break. That's why we end up getting sick, when we're overworked and overstressed and overwhelmed. So consistency is not the key. You'll find out, again, a bit more about this in the coming days. And you need to go with the flow. When we're doing things consistently, we can have lots of regrets. We can do things. I mean, someone can say to us the same thing at different times of the month, and a female will react completely differently depending on what her hormones are doing. Pretty interesting, isn't it? So I've been going with the flow, and when I'm ready to achieve, personally, do a whole heap of things. I will do it when my body's telling me that I need to, and then there are other times I just sit back, kick back, and not do anything. And there are times when I'll meet my clients when it works with my cycle. It's not any of this woo-woo stuff. We just have been not understood, misunderstood. We're actually quite simple creatures. It's just, we've been misunderstood. And feeling all that overwhelm and all that, it's not your fault. It's just the other modalities that are telling us that this is the way that we should be behaving. We should be focusing. What I covered the other day. We should be consistent. It doesn't work. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about setting goals. Why setting goals for females does not work. And by the end of this detox, you'll know how to work with your cycle and actually feel more balanced and more in harmony. Right? The other thing I just wanted to add quickly before I finish up the video is all these other modalities, like consistency and all that sort of stuff, you may have noticed it's talking to your conscious mind. Now, your conscious mind is the one that just does, oh, I need to pick up the kids, I need to do this, I need to do the shopping, blah, blah, blah. It's the one that's constantly thinking. And that's why when you go to any sort of self-development events or anything like that, you have to think about things. They teach you techniques that you have to consciously think of to get past it. Works fantastic for men. Like I said, men can think consistently, men can focus because they've always got that, their nothing box to fall back on, but women don't. So anyway, I will see you tomorrow.